Awakened Realms has a game I just saw, and now I want to show it to you. Lords of Ragnarok. This is for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and should take you between 90 and 180 minutes to complete. In this 1 to 4 player strategy board game, you will lead unique asymmetrical heroes and their army, trying to be the ultimate victor in a war that unfolds over approximately 120 minutes. Players will choose from various actions, such as building monuments, hunting monsters, ravaging the lands, and gathering armies and artifacts. Gods will grant you blessings that will heavily impact the game and create a unique combo for each player. On top of that, special runes will play a significant role in leveling up your army and earning other bonuses that include control of deadly monsters. While the game is a spiritual successor to the Lords of Hellas, it implements a lot of core gameplay aspects. There will be a lot of new mechanics and twists, so prepare yourself for a fresh, new thematic experience. Multiple victory conditions will keep players at the edge of their seats until the end of the game, making room for some stunning, carefully planned last-minute reversals. And that's the publisher's right up there, not mine. I'm just reading the publisher. So yeah, this caught my attention because of a few things, right? Partly because of Ragnarok, the Norse mythology and stuff. I found it very interesting. I'm a bit of a fan of it, and there's been a few. More than a few, maybe, although not a flood, of Ragnarok and Norse mythology board games out there. And I thought, yeah, there's definitely room for more. And now, I have not played, I am not familiar with Lords of Hellas, so I'm coming into this, reading about it for this preview, completely cold. You know, looking at this and judging this completely and only on its own merits. Well, at least from what the reviewers and other previewers have said about it, based on that anyway. And speaking of which, one of the things that I've been hearing about from a few is that this may be a sandbox game, if not, it's very sandboxy. I really do like it when a board game gives you several different options, paths to victory that you can take or mix together, each and every game in a new and unique way. Different ways to get to where you need to go. Where you need to go is beating the other people around the table. Or if you're soloing, that's just beating the game. Just winning. Yeah, I do. I really, really enjoy running around a world. Even if it's limited by a board. The more options they give you to do things in it, the more I'm hooked to it. Now, the components in this game are absolutely fantastic. Right, everything from the board itself, the art on the board is amazing. The miniatures are some of the best I've seen in a really long time. Even among top tier miniatures, these are right up there with them. The cards, the boards, nobody has a problem with any of the components. And from what I'm seeing, just looking at the pictures, they really do look absolutely amazing. But I mean, the whole presentation. Just the box, even the presentation of the box itself, my God, is not just reach out and grab you by the throat and try to pull you right into the game. And there's so many games in the market and on the shelves, sometimes that's what you really need. But from what everyone's saying, it kind of lives up to the hype of the art. You know what I mean? A lot of times games have boxes and they look fantastic, and you play it and it's like nowhere near as cool or as awesome as the art made it look like. That's not what I'm hearing about this at all. Exact opposite, actually. Now, speaking of playing this solo, another thing that really gets me interested in this is that the reviewers that are talking about it are talking about the fact that when you play this game as a solo experience, it is going to play differently. And I don't mean just because you don't have another human intelligence that's fighting you, battling you with strategy and plot-wise. No, it's just literally the rules are tweaked, that the game is different, runs different. Even if it is just a little bit, it is going to be a different experience. Other than just soloing it, in itself, it is a different game. Wow. There's been a few games over the years, maybe a little bit more than a few, that I've played and I've owned, I've talked about, I've reviewed, I've showcased. And when that's the case, it really does get my attention so much more. Because it makes it feel like two different games. Almost makes me feel like it's a free expansion game added to the main game. God, who doesn't like the feeling of that? Now, this is another game that is probably more ideally geared towards the more experienced board gamer. I mean, anyone can pick it up, but just, reading between the lines, seeing what the reviewers say, looking at this, I don't think that this is going to be the easy gateway game that you may be looking for some of your friends to get them into the hobby. But for experienced gamers, this looks like this is the shit, man. This is the bomb. So maybe there's a few out there that are looking for something big and huge as their first step into the board gaming world. So I could be wrong on that, but I think this is probably better geared towards the more regular hardcore board gamer. Now, that being said, I also want to take this out of the purview of the family games. I don't think this is very good for a family game, especially with the younger children. Your own kids. I don't. But just thinking about the rules, having to learn the rules. The rules are a little tricky, a little fidgety at times. There's a bit of them. And the long gameplay that these things can run, 180 minutes, that may be a little bit out of purview for your younger family members. But like I said, ultimately, you know your kids and your family better than I do. But I'm not sure if this fits into that category. But yeah, like I said, serious gamers are probably going to eat this alive, going to love this. But I'm not here. Listen, I'm not here to influence you. I don't like influences, and you shouldn't either. I'm just trying to inform you. Give you some basic information that you'll either like or you won't like. But ultimately, you should get your own information. Go get some more info. And I always say, because I feel it's true, watch a playthrough of any game you're interested in. Go watch a playthrough or two of it. That'll give you the best idea if it's something right and good and fun for you and your gaming gang. But for right now, go get your own information. Check out Lords of Ragnarok. Come back here and let us know what you think of it.